Hey guys, it's Mike from Vinylvana. Today is the 5th of September. We had some news yesterday on some new releases that interested me. I thought we could go through them first before talking about what I picked up recently. So first off, yesterday was the War on Drugs announced a new live album, Live Drugs Again 2 LP. I think this was leaked about a month ago during the summer. I think some website had it up prematurely, so we were expecting it. So basically, we've got a new live album, which I think covers part of 2022 and 2023 tour, featuring a familiar track list. But the thing is, with the War on Drugs, they kind of evolve every show. So these tracks have been tweaked and changed. So it should be very good. The interesting thing about this is a 2 LP edition. I think it's limited to 2,500 copies, and 600 of those 2,500 are blue. And I think what they're going to do is at the time of packing, they're going to just throw a random blue one in here and there, complete random, which is odd, I think, because if you don't get one, you're going to be gutted. But yeah, and the price point is, I think, a sticking point for most people. This one's £50, UK £50. I think it's $50 in the States. So from the UK store, this is £50, £4 shipping for a 2 LP live album, which is quite expensive, really. But I love the War on Drugs, so for people like me, this is it's not an easy purchase, but I think it's one of those necessary purchases. So yeah, I pre-ordered this yesterday. I'm looking forward to it. I've seen the War on Drugs a few times. I'm hoping maybe one of these songs was from Glastonbury when I first saw them, 2023. Because it's always nice to have a track on there for a show that you attended to. So that's the War on Drugs. The next from Interscope is the 30th anniversary of Weezer's Blue album. This their debut album from 1994. I don't have this on vinyl. So for me, I've been trying to find, I think the OG US pressing of this is an insane price. So what Interscope have done, I think they've released a few different versions. So the one that I'm interested in is the 2 LP 45 RPM half speed mastering. So this is apparently the first time it's ever been first ever 2 LP 45 RPM half speed mastering vinyl edition for optimal vinyl playback. The album has been newly remastered from the original analog tapes and is housed in a premium gatefold jacket wrapped in silver foil. I don't know what that is. With bonus photos and an exclusive poster on silver foil paper. This edition is exclusive to Interscope.com. Again, this one's a limited edition, numbered 1,000 units worldwide. Premium tip-on gatefold jacket wrapped in silver foil paper, and this is being mastered from original analog tapes by Ted Jensen at Sterling Sound, New York City, in April 2024. Optimal audio fidelity, 180 gram pressing. This is it clocking in at $54.98. I've pre-ordered this, and with shipping to the UK and taxes, it came in at $80, which is about 60. I think it's about £60. Again, this is you can see maybe a little bit of a thing happening here with the albums. Like suddenly, we've gone from £25, £35, £40, and now I've just dropped £60 on a remastered 30th anniversary LP. I've just gone £50 on a like the vinyl's getting it pricey. I think these new prices that are coming in are getting scary. It doesn't end there. So Weezer Blue Album 30th Anniversary Super Deluxe Edition. It looks like a box set with a 10-inch, 4 LPs, a 10-inch, a 7-inch, a crazy looking sweater box, a dice, and some postcards, some art. I think $250. I've not gone for this one, but I also saw another version where the box was actually made from wool with a blue sweater wool, and I think that was signed, and that was $400. I mean, I know box sets can be pricey, but yeah, that is crazy. What I picked up last week was the new Wonder Horse album. For those not familiar, I think the lead singer Jacob Slater, I think he was a solo artist, and then he formed a band called Wonder Horse. They had a debut album a couple of years ago called Cub. I only was aware of these guys like a couple of weeks ago on one of my TikTok lives. A lot of people were recommending them. I listened to their debut album. I loved it. It was the right timing because then I went on their website and pre-ordered this. This is their limited edition signed gatefold second album, which arrived last week. This is an interesting album. From what I understand, they went into the studio ready to record something pretty raw, less produced than their first album. There's a lot of talk of, in the press release, their talk of recording it where In Utero was recorded. So I think if that's in the press release, it kind of gives you a heads up on what to expect with the album. There was a track on their first album, Epilogue, the final track, where the lead singer is channeling Kurt Cobain, I think, and it works really well. This is supposed to be a tricolor, but it's more transparent with yellow and black specks. A little bit different from what the mock-up looked, but that's okay. The interesting thing with this one is that it is a gatefold, and it has been individually signed, which is very nice. A nice gatefold. There is, unfortunately, a paper sleeve and a 12 by print. There is also a lyric book, which I think is exclusive to this release. Some nice art and yes, the lyrics to songs as well. It's exclusive to their own website, but it's also a gatefold, which is, if you've watched my previous videos, you know I am a fan of. In terms of the quality of the packaging, it's okay. It's kind of, it's that flimsy cardboard. There's some dings in it. This is the stuff it's easy to ding in the corners. The booklet is quite nice. The art print is quite nice, but it's not quite premium. If we compare, I'll compare something else now. But if we compare to, you cannot compare this to My Bloody Valentine's Deluxe packaging, because that is in a league of its own. Same with the Japanese pressing of what I'll talk about in a minute. Again, they're in their league of their own. This is like your bog standard kind of gatefold. Probably efficiently priced to go into production. So this, I'm giving the packaging a 7.5. Maybe a 7.7 because they've taken the time to individually sign these. But it is a basic gatefold. But the album's good. Definitely give them a listen if you've not heard of them before. Last one I picked up last week. I've been waiting for this for a while. This is King Crimson's second album in the wake of the Poseidon. this, like their first, like in the Court of the Crimson King album that I've got, that was a Japanese reissue. This is the same cardboard used again. This is this heavyweight cardboard. Again, the texture, a beautiful texture. This is just it's just absolutely gorgeous. The album is not as revered as their debut, but this it's a kind of like a nice follow up. But the packaging is bang on, even though there's no OB with it. There's we do have the lyric sheet inside, but the vinyl itself, the record itself, is flat. It's really quiet. It's just typical Japanese pressing. Sounds really good. This is the second pressing, which is apparently one of the best Japanese pressings. And this, as with their first one, I'm giving an 8 out of 10. I do have some vinyl en route. I've got a very interesting Pink Floyd Japanese pressing on the way. I'm not going to talk too much about that. That should be a video in its own right. And obviously these new pre-orders. So please do let me know in the comments if you've ordered anything, what you think of vinyl pricing at the minute, of especially the war on drugs and Weezer. Is vinyl pricing getting out of hand? Will it ever come down? Are we setting a precedent now with you know, heading into $50, £50 pressings? So yeah, let me know in the comments. Please do subscribe if you're not, and then go over to TikTok and follow me there as well. And I'll catch you again soon.